Stop right where you are. Do not move another inch, and do not let your fingers swipe away from this moment, for I have been waiting for you to find this silence amidst the deafening noise of the world. You think you stumbled upon this message by mere chance. But in my kingdom, there are no coincidences, only divine appointments. I have orchestrated every second of your day, every turn of your path, and every heavy breath you've taken just to bring you to this very heartbeat, where my voice can finally reach the depths of your weary soul. My child, I am speaking directly to you, not to a crowd, not to a group, but to you, the one who has been holding their breath, waiting for a sign that I am still there. There is a decision looming before you, a choice that feels like an immovable mountain, and I see how your heart is trembling under the weight of it. Your emotions are screaming at you to run, to hide, or to take matters into your own hands. But I am here to tell you, stop. Listen to the whisper that transcends the storm. If you turn away now, you risk walking past the very portal of destiny I have opened specifically for your feet to tread upon. I have seen the way you have struggled and the way you have knocked on doors that remained stubbornly shut for 7 long, agonizing years. 7 years of not yet, 7 years of wait, and 7 years of wondering if I had forgotten the promises I whispered to you in the secret places of your youth. But look closely, my precious one, for the seasons are shifting under your feet, even as you listen to my words. There is a specific spiritual alignment that you have been missing, a secret key that I am about to reveal to you in this sacred space. This is not just a message of comfort. It is a tactical command from the throne of heaven itself. You are standing at the threshold of a breakthrough so significant that the enemy has been working overtime to distract you, to weigh your eyes down with sleep, or to fill your mind with the static of doubt and worldliness. If you leave this presence prematurely, you will miss the vital instruction required to unlock that door which has been barred against you for nearly a decade. I have seen your tears, and I have heard the silent screams of your spirit, and I am here to say that the time of your isolation is drawing to a close. Before I reveal the hidden mystery of your next step and the command that will change your trajectory forever, I want you to step into the flow of my favor right now. This is your first act of obedience, a physical sign of your spiritual readiness. Before I unveil the blessing that is already hovering over your life, declare your presence in my sanctuary. Do not remain a silent observer of your own miracle. Type, "I am here, Lord," or 7007 in the comments right now to signal to the heavens that you are awake, aware, and expectant. This is how you open the gates of your heart to receive the rain I am about to pour. Furthermore, as an act of alignment with this family of the chosen, I ask you to press the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is not for the world, but for you to anchor yourself in this stream of light, ensuring that my voice remains a constant in your life as we walk through this transition together. By doing this, you are telling the spirit realm that you no longer walk alone, that you belong to the King of Kings, and that you are ready to receive the power I am releasing this very hour. Do it now, for the air is thick with my presence. Now breathe. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere around you? That sudden warmth in your chest, that slight trembling in your hands, that is me. I am the great, I am the one who was, who is, and who is to come. And I am telling you that you are not behind in life. You are exactly where you need to be for the miracle to have its full effect. You have been feeling like you were being broken into pieces, but in reality, you were actually being built into a temple. You felt like you were falling apart, but you were falling into my purpose. The weight you have been carrying was never meant for your shoulders alone, yet you tried to bear it. I watched you with a heart full of compassion, waiting for the moment you would finally lean on me. That moment is now. The decision you are about to make must not be born of fear or the frantic need to survive. It must be born of the authority I have given you. Stay with me, my beloved, for the words I am about to speak are the bread your soul has been starving for. Your journey through the wilderness is reaching its end, and the promised land is no longer a distant dream. It is the very ground you are standing on. I see you, my child. I have been watching you in those quiet, heavy hours when the rest of the world has fallen into a deep slumber, but your eyes remain wide, fixed on the ceiling. I saw you at 3:00 a.m. when the shadows in your room felt longer than they ever had before. I saw the way you turned from side to side, trying to find a position where your heart wouldn't feel so heavy. But the weight isn't in your mattress, it is in your soul. I heard the questions you whispered into the void, the why that echoed against the walls of your loneliness. You think those tears fell unnoticed, but I caught every single one in my bottle. Not one drop of your sorrow has been wasted. I saw you looking at the ceiling, wondering if I had turned my face away, wondering if your prayers were just hitting the roof and bouncing back down. I want you to know right now, in the deepest part of your being, that I was there in the room with you. I was the silence that didn't judge you. I was the breath you took when you felt like you couldn't take another. Your exhaustion is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you have been fighting a battle that was meant for me to win on your behalf. I feel the tightness in your chest, that constant pressure that makes you feel as though you are breathing through a straw. I see the tension that has locked itself into your shoulders and the base of your neck, the physical cost of trying to carry a world on your own back. Your body is screaming for rest, not just sleep for your eyes, but rest for your spirit. I have watched you walk through your days like a ghost, putting on a mask of strength for your family, your friends, and your colleagues, while inside you are crumbling. You smile when you want to scream. You say I'm fine when you are drowning in a sea of not enough. I see the fatigue that has seeped into your very bones, making the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. And I am here to tell you that you can let go now. I did not create you to be a machine of constant production. I created you to be my child, to walk in the garden of my grace. The pain in your body is an alarm from heaven, telling you it is time to surrender the heavy yoke you fashioned for yourself. I saw you when you thought you were hidden, when you retreated to the bathroom just to let out a sob you couldn't hold in any longer. I saw you sitting in your car after work, unable to go inside, because you didn't have the energy to be the person everyone expects you to be. I saw you looking at your reflection and not recognizing the tired eyes staring back at you. You feel as though your light has flickered out, as though the spark of joy that once defined you has been smothered by the cold ash of disappointment. But listen to me, even in the darkness, your light is still there, protected by my hand. I have seen every moment of your hidden season, the times when you felt invisible and forgotten. People see your outward strength or your quiet presence, but I see the internal war you are waging just to stay upright. I see the way you help others, even when your own cup is bone dry. I see your faithfulness in the small, agonizing things. And I need you to hear me clearly about the bitterness you've been carrying, that anger you keep tucked behind your smile, that quiet revenge you rehearse in your mind at night. My child, do not let what hurt you become what leads you. Do not let resentment sit on the throne of your heart. Release it. Forgive not because what they did was acceptable, but because I refuse to let you remain chained to what wounded you. Put it down. Stop replaying the scene like it is your identity. Stop carrying the courtroom in your chest. Vengeance is not your assignment, healing is. I will defend you. I will judge righteously. I will repay with perfect precision. Your part is obedience, bless, release, and walk forward with clean hands. Lay your head down now, my precious one. Release the grip you have on your problems, for your hands are too small to fix what only my hands can heal. I am the God who restores the years that the locusts have eaten, and I am the God who gives sleep to my beloved. You don't have to figure it all out tonight. You don't have to solve the puzzle before the sun rises. I am already in your tomorrow, arranging the pieces, opening what needs to open, closing what needs to close, and meeting your needs. My presence is your safe harbor. Believe me when I say that the darkness you are experiencing is not your destination. It is the tunnel that leads to your revelation. You are being strengthened in the shadows. Your character is being forged in the silence. I have never left your side, not for a single microsecond. Every sigh you breathe is a prayer I am answering. Rest in the knowledge that I am the great physician, and I am touching those hidden wounds, those spots of bitterness and exhaustion, with my healing oil right now. You are safe. You are loved. You are seen. I have watched you pour yourself out until there was nothing left but a hollow echo inside your chest. I saw you extend your hand to those who only sought to bite it. I saw you lend your strength to the weak, only for them to use that very strength to walk away from you when you needed them most. You are sitting there now, nursing the stings of betrayal, wondering if your kindness has become your greatest liability. You ask me in the secret corridors of your mind, Lord, is being good a mistake? Does having a sincere heart simply make me a target for the world's cruelty? I see the scars left by those you defended, those you fed, and those you loved with a purity they could not comprehend. You have lived with your heart wide open, and the world has treated it like a doormat. I have felt every sharp shard of disappointment that pierced your spirit when you realized that the people you would have crossed oceans for would not even cross the street to help you in your hour of need. You feel foolish for your generosity, ashamed of your empathy, and tempted to build a wall so high and so thick that no one can ever hurt you again. But listen to my voice. Your kindness is not your weakness. It is the very signature of my spirit within you. The world tells you that the cold-hearted win, that the selfish prosper, and that the cunning are the ones who survive. But I see the truth behind their gilded masks. I see the emptiness in their victories and the rot in their riches. You, my chosen one, have been operating under the laws of a higher kingdom, a kingdom where the first shall be last and the servant is the greatest of all. When you gave, when you had nothing, when you forgave, when you were owed an apology, and when you stayed silent while being falsely accused, you were not being weak. You were being like me. I know the sting of being turned away by those I came to save. I know the weight of carrying a cross for people who mocked my sacrifice. Every time you were taken advantage of, I was taking note. Every time your sincerity was met with mockery, I was preparing a reward that no man can take from you. Your tears of frustration are liquid prayers, and I am transforming them into a crown of beauty. Do not let the hardness of others turn your heart into stone. Do not let the betrayal of the few rob the world of the light that I have placed specifically inside of you. You are tempted to believe that if you had been more guarded, more suspicious, and more calculating, you would be further ahead in life. You look at those who stepped over you to climb the ladder, and you feel a pang of injustice. But I am the God of justice, and my scales are never wrong. I have allowed you to go through this season of being misused to show you the difference between those who love the gift and those who love the giver. I am refining your discernment. I am teaching you that while your love should be unconditional, your circle must be intentional. I am not punishing you for your good heart. I am protecting that heart from being consumed by the very darkness you are meant to overcome. Those who took from you did not diminish you. They only revealed their own poverty of spirit. You are a well that never runs dry because your source is not in people but in me. The more they took, the more room I have to fill you with a double portion of my glory. Your kindness was never a mistake. It was an investment in the eternal, and the dividends are about to be paid in ways that will leave your enemies speechless and your friends in awe of my favor upon you. I am calling you to a new level of maturity, where your peace is no longer dependent on the gratitude of man. I am healing the wounds of rejection that have made you question your worth. You are not disadvantaged because you are kind. You are distinguished because you are holy. The world did not give you your light, and the world cannot take it away, no matter how hard they try to blow it out with the wind of their betrayal. I am standing as your vindicator. I am the one who will make your righteousness shine like the noonday sun. Stop looking at the back of those who walked away and start looking into the eyes of the one who stayed. I am here. I have always been here. I will never use you. I will never leave you. And I will never let your sincere labor of love go unrewarded. The doors that were closed by those who betrayed you were closed by my hand, because I have something far greater prepared, something that their small, selfish hands could never hold. Trust me. Your heart is safe in my hands, and the kindness you sowed in tears you shall soon reap in shouts of joy. I have seen the shadows of doubt creeping into the corners of your mind like a thick, suffocating fog. It started as a whisper, a tiny suggestion that perhaps you aren't who I said you are, or that the promises I made to you were merely the echoes of your own wishful thinking. Now that whisper has grown into a roar that keeps you paralyzed. You find yourself questioning everything you're worth, your past decisions, and even my very existence. You look at your life and compare your behind-the-scenes footage with everyone else's highlight reel, and the enemy uses that comparison to poison your spirit. You wonder if you missed your turn, if you made a wrong move years ago that permanently disqualified you from my favor. This toxic doubt tells you that you are too broken to be fixed, too old to start over, or too insignificant to be noticed by the creator of the stars. I see you wrestling with the fear that you are just an accidental traveler in a cold, indifferent universe. But I am here to tell you that doubt is not the absence of faith. It is a spiritual battleground where your destiny is being contested. You have begun to ask yourself, am I the problem? Is there something inherently flawed within me that keeps me in this cycle of struggle? You see others walking through doors that remain locked for you, and you conclude that you must be under a curse, or that I have favorites and you are not among them. This is the sting of the toxic doubt that seeks to erode your identity. It makes you feel like an imposter in your own life, as if any moment now the world will find out you aren't as strong or as capable as you pretend to be. I see the internal mirror. You look into a mirror that has been cracked by the words of people who didn't know your value, and by the failures that I have already forgotten. You are replaying your mistakes like a movie on a loop, searching for the exact moment where it all went wrong. But while you are looking at your history, I am looking at your future. Your doubt is trying to anchor you to a version of yourself that I have already redeemed and cast into the depths of the sea. Now, my beloved, I want you to stop and listen to the rhythm of your own existence. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, I want you to perform a micro-action of faith. Place your hand firmly over your heart right now. Close your eyes for a moment and feel that steady thrum, that rhythmic pulse beneath your palm. That is not just a biological function. That is my finger tapping on the door of your soul. Each beat is a yes from heaven. Each beat is proof that I have not withdrawn my breath from you. As long as that heart is beating, my purpose for you is still alive. You are not a mistake. You are not a byproduct of chance. That heartbeat is the drum of a soldier who is still in the fight, the sound of a survivor who is being prepared for a victory. Feel the warmth of your own life and realize that I am closer to you than your own skin. This pulse is my signature on your life, a contract that I have no intention of breaking. You are alive because I still have much to say through you and much to do for you. Let this physical connection ground you in the truth. If I were finished with you, you wouldn't be feeling that heartbeat. The doubt you feel is actually a sign of the greatness that lies dormant within you. The enemy does not attack what is already dead. He attacks what is full of potential. He is trying to get you to give up right before the harvest. He wants you to believe the lie so that you won't experience the truth. But I am speaking a word of authority over your mind right now. I command the fog of confusion to lift. I break the power of the lying spirits that have been whispering, "It's too late, and you aren't enough." You are enough because I am enough in you. Take your hand off your heart now, but keep that feeling with you. You have been validated by the King of Kings. The season of questioning is over, and the season of knowing is about to begin. You are my chosen one, and your worth is not up for debate in the courts of heaven. My child, it is time for me to pull back the veil and show you the truth about the resistance you have been facing. You have felt lately like you were walking through thick, invisible mud, as if every move you made was being countered by an unseen force that wanted to see you fail. You blamed your circumstances, you blamed your bank account, and you even blamed the people around you. But the truth is much deeper than what your physical eyes can see. You must understand that you are not fighting against flesh and blood. You are not at war with your boss, your spouse, your neighbors, or even your past. You are in a spiritual conflict that spans beyond the physical realm. There are forces in the darkness that have recognized the divine frequency of your soul, and they are terrified of what will happen when you finally step into the full authority I have given you. This is why the pressure has intensified. This is why things that used to be easy for you have suddenly become incredibly difficult. The enemy is not attacking you because you are weak. He is attacking you because he sees the danger you pose to his kingdom of shadows if you ever realize who you truly are. These invisible enemies are jealous of the crown I have placed upon your head, a crown of favor, purpose, and spiritual heritage that you often forget you are wearing. They see the light of the chosen one radiating from your spirit even when you feel like you are at your lowest point, covered in the dust of the world. They know that if they can keep you distracted with small problems, chronic financial stress, and petty arguments, you will never look up and see the vast territory I have already granted you in the spirit. They use the spirits of delay, confusion, and discouragement to build invisible barriers around your breakthrough, trying to make you think that my word has failed. Have you noticed how every time you get close to a victory, or every time you make a firm decision to change your life, something small and frustrating happens to throw you off balance? That is not bad luck. That is a strategic strike designed to make you retreat. But I am here to tell you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. These barriers are not made of stone or steel. They are made of lies, and my truth is the fire that consumes them. The very fact that you are feeling this resistance is the greatest evidence that you are on the verge of a massive shift in your reality. Do not be intimidated by the roar of the lion that has no teeth. The enemy can shout, he can threaten, and he can cause a temporary storm in your emotions, but he cannot change your ultimate destination, because I have already written the end of your story. I have seen the spiritual blockages that have been placed in your path, the generational cycles of lack that keep repeating, the recurring spirits of sickness that drain your energy, and the heavy atmosphere of depression that tries to settle in your home like a thick fog. I am moving right now to dismantle those structures. I am sending my warring angels to clear the path before you, striking down the obstacles that you didn't even know were there. Those invisible walls that have kept you trapped in the same circle of struggle for years are beginning to crack under the weight of my presence. You have been playing defense for too long, ducking and covering, just trying to survive the blows of life. But today, I am calling you to take your position of offense. You are not a victim of the spiritual climate. You are the one who has been given the power to change it. Understand this: the intensity of the battle is always highest right before the victory is secured. The shadows are always longest just before the sun breaks the horizon. The enemy is throwing his best shots at you now because he knows his time is short and his influence over you is fading. He sees the angels carrying the answers to your prayers, and he is desperately trying to intercept them in the midair of your mind through doubt and fear. But I have already declared the end from the beginning. Every barrier he puts up, I will use as a stepping stone for your elevation. Every delay he causes, I will use to build your character and your capacity for the massive blessing that is coming. You are being trained to rule, and a ruler must know how to face opposition without wavering. Take heart, my beloved. The invisible war is already won in the heavens, and now you are about to see that victory manifest in your physical world. Stand firm, put on the armor of light, and watch as I cause your enemies to become your footstool. The path is being cleared, the gates are being unlocked, and absolutely nothing can stop what I have ordained for your life. You have often wondered why your path is so much more rugged than those around you. You look at others gliding through life with apparent ease, their doors opening without effort, their smiles seemingly untouched by the shadows of the valley. And you ask me, Lord, why is my journey so steep? Why must I fight for every inch of progress? Listen closely. My precious child, for I am about to reveal the sacred weight of your identity. You are not experiencing these trials because you are forgotten. You are experiencing them because you are chosen. To be chosen by me is not a call to a life of comfort, but a call to a life of capacity. I do not give big assignments to small people. I have handpicked you to carry a level of glory and authority that requires a foundation of absolute resilience. You are being built to withstand the winds that would topple a lesser structure. Every struggle you face is a part of your divine weight training, preparing your spiritual muscles to carry the heavy blessings that are already on their way to your house. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. I have set you apart from the foundations of the world. Before you were even a thought in your mother's mind, I knew the fire you would walk through, and I knew the strength I would forge within you. You are the chosen one of your lineage, the one I have designated to break the chains that have bound your family for generations. This is why the opposition has been so fierce. You are a threat to the status quo of darkness. When I look at you, I don't see your exhaustion or your moments of doubt. I see the champion I created you to be. I see the victor who is rising from the ashes of the victim. You have been in a season of hiding, a season where you felt buried under the weight of expectations and failures. But you are not being buried. You are being planted. A seed must experience the dark, heavy pressure of the earth before it can break through and reach for the sun. You are currently in that breaking phase, and the sprout of your destiny is just moments away from piercing the surface. Hear my words and let them settle into your spirit like a healing balm. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This is not just an ancient promise written in a book. This is my living decree over your life this very second. I am the one who holds the stars in place, yet I am also the one who counts every hair on your head and every tear on your cheek. When you feel like you are walking alone, look beside you. My footprint is merged with yours. When you feel like your strength is gone, lean into me, and you will find that my power is made perfect in your weakness. I am your shield, your fortress, and your very present help in times of trouble. The world may see you as struggling, but I see you as ascending. Your current position is not your permanent residence. It is the launching pad for the incredible heights I have destined for you to reach. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are your credentials. They are the evidence that you survived the fire and emerged with the scent of victory, rather than the smell of smoke. In the kingdom of heaven, authority is given to those who have endured. You have endured the silence, you have endured the betrayal, and you have endured the long waiting room of not yet. This endurance has produced a character in you that is more valuable than gold. You are being fireproofed so that when the massive weight of my blessing arrives, it will not crush you, but exalt you. You are being trained to rule with compassion because you have felt the pain, and to lead with wisdom because you have navigated the darkness. Stand tall, my chosen one. Adjust your crown and wipe your eyes. The king is in the room, and I am declaring that your season of being overlooked is coming to an end. The very things that tried to break you are the things that have made you unbreakable in me. My child, I have watched you run until your feet were bleeding and your spirit was gasping for air. You have lived with the belief that if you just worked a little harder, cried a little louder, or manipulated the circumstances a little more, the breakthrough would finally arrive. You have spent your nights drafting plans, building bridges, and trying to force doors open with your own strength. But I am here to tell you a secret that the world will never understand. Your greatest victories are won not by your striving, but by your surrender. When you are tightening every muscle, gritting your teeth, and trying to control every variable, you leave no room for my spirit to move. You are holding the steering wheel so tight that your knuckles are white and you are terrified to let go. But I am asking you today to take your hands off. Step back. Breathe. The secret of standing still is not about being passive. It is about being positioned in absolute trust. Imagine a swimmer caught in a powerful current. The more they fight against the water, the faster they exhaust themselves and the deeper they sink. But the one who learns to lie back and float is the one who is carried to the shore by the very water that threatened to overwhelm them. You have been fighting the current of your life for too long. You think that if you stop moving, you will drown. But I am the living water, and I am telling you to float. When you stand still, you allow me to be the God of your situation. You allow my power to bypass your limitations. I can do in 1 second what would take you 20 years of striving to accomplish. I have connections you haven't dreamed of, solutions you haven't considered, and pathways that didn't exist until I spoke them into being. Your doing has become a barrier to my being in your life. Be still and know that I am God. Not be busy and know, but be still. If you truly believe that I am fighting your battles while you remain in my peace, do not keep this revelation to yourself. This is a moment of divine agreement. If you believe I am breaking your chains and clearing your path, even while you stand still, I invite you to join this family of the chosen right now. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a physical act of faith, signaling to the spirit realm that you are choosing my strength over your own. By doing this, you are not just following a channel. You are anchoring your soul to a constant stream of my presence, ensuring that you never return to the exhaustion of self-effort. Let this be your signal of agreement with heaven. I will rest, and I will let my Father work. To the world, standing still looks like weakness. They will tell you that you are being lazy, that you are giving up, or that you are falling behind. But in my kingdom, yielding is the highest form of strength. It takes more courage to trust me in the silence than to run in the dark. I am calling you to a holy rest. I want you to look at that mountain, the financial debt, the broken relationship, the chronic sickness, and instead of trying to climb it today, I want you to sit at its base and watch me move it. I want you to silence the inner critic that tells you that your value is tied to your productivity. Your value is tied to my love, and that love is unconditional. When you stop striving, you start seeing. You will see the small miracles that you were too busy to notice. You will hear the whispers of guidance that were drowned out by your own shouting. The struggle ends today, and the flow begins. I am the potter, you are the clay. Stop trying to shape yourself and let me make you into something magnificent. Listen to me now with the ears of your spirit, for I am not offering you mere suggestions or platitudes to soothe your mind. I am issuing the fundamental protocols of heaven. 3 battle commands that will determine the outcome of the war you are currently facing. When a king speaks, the atmosphere must shift. And when the creator of the universe gives an order, the molecules of your reality must rearrange themselves to obey. These commands are the keys to your survival and the blueprints for your victory. You have spent too long listening to the frantic advice of the world, but today you will listen to the voice that spoke light into the darkness. And hear me before you move another inch. Do not react from a temporary emotion and call it wisdom. Do not answer the storm with a permanent decision. Do not send the message in anger. Do not sign in panic. Do not burn bridges because you feel cornered. The enemy loves impulsive choices because one moment of heat can sabotage what I have been building in silence. So breathe. Be still long enough to hear me. My first command to you is this: trust me. This is not a passive feeling. It is a violent act of the will. To trust me means to intentionally remove your hands from the problem and place it entirely into mine. It is the refusal to calculate the odds based on what you see in your bank account or what you feel in your body. Trust is the bridge between the impossibility of your situation and the infinity of my power. When you trust, you are telling the universe that I am bigger than your crisis. Stop looking for a plan B. I am your only plan, and I am more than enough. My second command is be calm. Do not mistake this for weakness or apathy. This is the strategic stillness of a warrior who knows that the battle has already been won by a higher authority. In the midst of the storm, I am calling you to be the eye of the hurricane, the place of absolute peace, while everything around you is spinning out of control. Your panic is the fuel that the enemy uses to burn down your progress. Your anxiety is the static that prevents you from hearing my specific instructions for your next move. When you choose to be calm, you are executing a spiritual maneuver that confuses the darkness. The enemy expects you to scream, to cry, and to give up. But when you remain settled in my peace, you become untouchable. I am the Prince of Peace, and I am commanding that peace to descend upon your mind right now. Let the noise of the world fade into the background. Silence the inner voice that keeps rehearsing the worst-case scenarios. Your calm is your weapon, and your quietness is your strength. The third and most urgent command I give you today is do not fear. Fear is not an emotion. It is a spirit of bondage that seeks to keep you imprisoned in a version of yourself that I never created. It is the primary tool used by the shadow to make you retreat when you should be advancing. Every time you allow fear to dictate your choices, you are bowing to a false god. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I am commanding you to stand your ground. Do not fear the bad news that might come. Do not fear the people who seek your downfall. Do not fear the future, for I am already there preparing the way. Fear is the illusion that I have left you. But I tell you truly, I am closer to you than the very air you breathe. When fear knocks on the door of your heart, let faith answer. These 3 commands, trust me, be calm and do not fear, are not burdens I place upon you. They are the wings that will carry you over the valley of the shadow of death. Take them, wear them, and walk in the authority I have bestowed upon you this day. My child, come and sit with me for a moment in the sacred gallery of your own life. I want you to look back, not to mourn what was lost or to dwell on the pain of yesterday, but to see the intricate patterns of my grace that you were too blinded by tears to notice at the time. Do you remember where you were 5 years ago? Take a moment to think back to that version of yourself, the one who was convinced that the world was ending, the one who stayed awake until dawn, wondering how the bills would be paid, how the family would stay together, or how the heart would ever stop aching. You were standing on the edge of what felt like a cliff, then just as you might feel you are now. You thought that season was the final chapter of your story, yet here you are breathing and listening to my voice. You survived the very thing you said would surely destroy you. I was the bridge that appeared out of thin air when you reached the edge of the abyss. I was the anonymous hand that provided exactly what you needed when your resources had run completely dry. I want you to realize that your survival was not a stroke of luck or a coincidence of timing. It was my sustained, relentless effort to keep you for this very hour. Every narrow escape, every sudden relief, and every unexpected yes was my personal signature on the pages of your history. I saw you in those moments of acute crisis 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and even just last month. I saw the danger you didn't even know existed, the car that almost hit you, the illness that could have been much worse, and the opportunity that slammed shut only to protect you from a path that would have eventually destroyed your soul. You were so angry and frustrated when those doors closed, but now with the clarity of my spirit, I want you to see them for what they truly were, my divine shields. I have been weaving a thick tapestry of protection around you that you are only just beginning to perceive. Look at the people who walked out of your life during those 5 years. I removed them because their season in your story had reached its end, and they were no longer capable of carrying the weight of the glory I am preparing for you. Look at the financial miracles that happened just in the nick of time, the exactly enough check, the unexpected refund, the sudden kindness of a stranger. I am the God of the just in time, and I have never once been late in your history. If I did it for you, then why do you doubt that I will do it for you today? My grace does not have an expiration date, and my power does not diminish with the passing of the seasons. The same God who carried you through the storms of the past is the same God standing in the boat with you today. I am the Ancient of Days. My track record in your life is perfect, even when your perception of it was flawed. You have 100% success rate of getting through hard days because I have been the wind beneath your wings and the strength in your marrow. Do not let the current giant standing before you make you forget the lions and the bears I helped you slay in the years gone by. Every past victory was a rehearsal for this present moment. I allowed you to go through those trials so that today, when the stakes are higher and the calling is deeper, you would have a reservoir of memory to draw from. You are not a novice in this battle. You are a seasoned veteran of grace. The scars you carry from 5 years ago are not reminders of shame or pain, but trophies of deliverance and proof of my loyalty. Take a deep breath and let the realization sink into your weary mind. And the one who began a good work in you is faithful to see it through to completion. You have been preserved for a purpose that is far greater than the temporary trouble you are facing. Your history is the foundation, and your future is the palace I am building upon it. My child, I want to take you behind the curtain of the physical world, past the limitations of what your human eyes can see and your logical mind can calculate. You have been looking at the stage of your life and seeing only an empty set, a silent audience, and a play that seems to have come to a standstill. You see a bank balance that hasn't moved, a relationship that remains cold, and a body that still feels the sting of infirmity. But I am the master architect. And I tell you today that the most important work is always done in the backstage of the spirit realm. Right now, as you listen to my voice, there is a flurry of celestial activity happening on your behalf. While you are sleeping, I am working. While you are weeping, I am weaving. While you are worrying, I am moving the hearts of people you haven't even met yet. The doors that appeared bolted shut from the front are already being unlocked from the inside. There are conversations happening in boardrooms, in government offices, and in the quiet thoughts of influential people, where your name is being brought up with favor. You don't need to force your way onto the stage. The great director is already preparing your entrance. Can you hear the sound of the celestial machinery turning in the invisible realm? I am currently authorizing contracts that will provide for your needs for years to come. I am putting a restlessness in the spirits of those who owe you a debt or an apology, making it impossible for them to find peace until they reach out to you. There is a phone call being prepared right now, a voice on the other end that will carry the yes you have been waiting for. I am orchestrating coincidences that the world will call luck, but you will know as my divine hand. I am working on the legal documents that have been stalled, the applications that were buried under a pile of paperwork, and the reconciliations that seemed humanly impossible. I am the God who moves mountains, but I am also the God who moves the pens of judges and the minds of creditors. You have been frustrated by the silence, but in my kingdom, silence is often the sound of deep preparation. The backstage doors are not just being unlocked. They are being thrown wide open, and the light from the other side is about to flood into your current darkness. The timing of these openings is precise and perfect. I am not just opening a door. I am preparing you to walk through it with the weight of authority. If I had opened these backstage doors years ago, you might have walked through them with the old mindsets of lack and fear, and the blessing would have slipped through your fingers. But now, after the fire and the waiting, you have been refined. You are ready for the magnitude of what is behind that curtain. I am aligning your steps with people who have the keys to your next level. Do not be surprised when a random connection from your past suddenly resurfaces with a solution. Do not be startled when an old problem suddenly dissolves without you saying a word. This is the suddenly season of my grace. You have been in the rehearsal of hardship for so long that you forgot the show must go on. I am clearing the path, removing the saboteurs, and silencing the accusers who tried to block your progress. The backstage is ready, the actors are in place, and the decree has been signed in the courts of heaven. Your breakthrough is no longer a matter of if, but a matter of now. Stay in the posture of expectancy, my beloved. When you walk into a room, do not walk in as a beggar. Walk in as the one for whom the room was prepared. I am already there, waiting for you to catch up to the reality I have created in the spirit. The frustration you feel is simply the friction of your old life rubbing against the new one I am bringing forth. Trust the process that you cannot see. Believe in the movement that makes no sound. The backstage doors are opening, and what is about to be revealed will make the years of waiting seem like a small price to pay for such a magnificent unveiling. I am your vindicator, and I am making sure that every tear you shed is repaid with a harvest of joy. The stage is set, the curtain is trembling, and your moment of divine manifestation is at hand. I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, and the infinite beginning, and I am here to tell you that the seasons of drought in your bank account and the winters of loneliness in your heart are coming to a definitive end. I see the ledger of your life, and I see the gaps where there should have been abundance, the hollow spaces where there should have been love, and the echoes where there should have been laughter. I have not forgotten the debt that the world owes you for your silence, your sacrifice, and your relentless faithfulness. Hear my word today, for it is a decree from the throne. I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust, the consuming locust, and the chewing locust. Every opportunity that slipped through your fingers like sand, every dollar that was stolen by circumstance or deception, and every hour of joy that was robbed by grief is being calculated for a divine repayment. This is not a mere suggestion of improvement. It is a spiritual mandate of total restoration. I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing that your current container cannot even hold. You have survived the famine, and now you are invited to the feast of my provision. I am moving in your finances in ways that defy human logic and bypass the systems of this world. I am the one who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, and I am looking at the structures of your debt and the walls of your lack and speaking a word of dissolve. I am putting it in the hearts of people to favor you, even those who do not know why they feel compelled to help you. Expect unexpected provisions, sudden debt cancellations, and resources to come from places you had long ago written off as dead. You have been stressed about the how, but I am the who. I am the source, and I have an infinite supply that is not dependent on the economy of man. I am going to give you the wisdom to manage the wealth I am bringing your way, so that you are no longer a slave to the lender, but a lender to the nations. The spirit of poverty that has haunted your family line for generations is being broken this very hour. You will not just have enough to survive. You will have more than enough to be a blessing to every soul you encounter. Your hands, which have been empty for so long, are about to be heavy with the harvest of the seeds you sowed in your darkest nights. But my restoration is not limited to the gold and silver of this world. I am also the great healer of the heart and the restorer of souls. I see the empty chair at your table and the silence in your home that feels like a physical weight. I see the relationships that were torn apart by pride, by misunderstanding, and by the interference of those who sought to see you alone. I am the God of reconciliation, and I am breathing life back into the dry bones of your connections. I am softening the hearts that have turned to stone against you, and I am removing the scales from the eyes of those who could not see your value. I am bringing back those who were lost, and I am removing those who were meant to be gone to make room for the destiny helpers I am sending into your life. You will experience a restoration of trust where it was shattered and a blooming of love where there were only thorns. I am giving you a new community and a new level of intimacy that is based on my truth rather than human fragility. Your heart will no longer feel like a battlefield. It will be a sanctuary of peace and belonging. Trust me with the broken pieces of your history. Do not try to glue them back together with your own shaking hands. Hand the fragments to me and watch as I create a mosaic that is far more beautiful than the original could ever have been. The years of lack have only served to make you more appreciative of the abundance that is now arriving. The years of loneliness have only prepared you to cherish the deep spiritual connections I am establishing for you. You are entering a season of double for your trouble. For every tear, a shout of joy. For every loss, a greater gain. For every rejection, a divine acceptance that cannot be shaken. The restoration has already begun in the invisible realm, and shortly, very shortly, you will see it with your own eyes and touch it with your own hands. I am the Lord your provider and your comforter, and I am making all things new for you today. The famine is over and the harvest has begun. I have seen you walking through the corridors of your mind, replaying the scenes of your greatest failures as if they were happening in this very moment. You carry the ghosts of what if and if only, like a heavy chain wrapped around your spirit. I see the moments when you wince at a memory of a word you shouldn't have said, a choice you shouldn't have made, or a door you should have walked through years ago. You are punishing yourself for a version of you that no longer exists. You are holding yourself hostage in a prison where the doors have long been unlocked. I am the God who exists outside of time, and I am telling you that your past is not a life sentence. It is a closed book. The ink has dried, and I have covered the pages with my own blood. Every regret that wakes you up at night is a lie from the enemy designed to keep you from the future I have designed for you. I don't see your history the way you do. I see a series of lessons that have brought you to my feet. It is time to stop digging up what I have already buried. I am reaching into the soil of your soul today to touch the very roots of your pain. Many of your current struggles are not caused by today's events, but by the bitter roots of memories that you have allowed to grow in the dark. I see the rejection from your childhood, the words of a parent that told you that you would never amount to anything, and the betrayal of a first love that taught you that trust is dangerous. These are the roots that produce the fruit of anxiety and fear in your present life. But I am the great physician, and my hands are steady and full of light. I am performing a spiritual surgery on your memory right now. I am uprooting the shame that has told you that you are fundamentally flawed. I am washing away the toxic residue of the trauma that made you feel like a victim. I am replacing the lies of your past with the truth of my word. You are not what happened to you. You are who I say you are. I am healing the nerves of your spirit so that the mere thought of your past no longer causes you to flinch, but serves as a testimony of my power to deliver. Give me your regrets, my child. Lay them at the foot of my throne and do not pick them up again. I am large enough to carry the weight of every mistake you have ever made. I am strong enough to bridge the gap between who you were and who I am calling you to become. I have cast your sins and your sorrows into the sea of my forgetfulness, and I have posted a sign that says, "No fishing." Do not go back to retrieve what I have cleared away. Your scars are no longer open wounds. They are the marks of a survivor, the credentials of a healer. I am giving you a new name and a new memory, one filled with the awareness of my presence, rather than the awareness of your pain. Breathe in my peace and breathe out the ghosts of yesterday. The root has been healed, and now the tree of your life is free to grow, to blossom, and to bear fruit that will nourish generations to come. I am making all things new, and that includes the way you perceive your own value. You no longer have to walk with a limp because of the battles you lost. You walk with the stride of a conqueror because I have won the ultimate war for you. Every tear you shed in the past was a seed planted for a harvest of wisdom today. Your story is not a tragedy. It is an epic of redemption, and the most beautiful chapters are the ones we are writing together right now. If you believe that I am washing your past white as snow, do not stay silent in your heart. Embrace the freedom I am offering you. Your past is gone, your present is mine, and your future is more glorious than anything you have left behind. Step out of the shadows of memory and into the brilliance of my grace. The door to your yesterday is locked, and I hold the key. Look forward, for that is where I am leading you. My beloved, as you prepare to step into the abundance I have decreed, I must place in your hands the two most formidable weapons of the kingdom: gratitude and wisdom. These are not mere virtues for a quiet life. They are your offensive and defensive systems for the battle ahead. Gratitude is the key that fits into the lock of heaven's storehouse. When you complain, you remain, but when you praise, you raise. I have seen how the enemy tries to fix your eyes on the one thing that is missing, the one thing that is broken, or the one thing that is delayed. He wants you to live in a state of not enough so that you cannot see the more than enough that is already surrounding you. I am calling you to a radical, aggressive gratitude. Every time you thank me for the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, and the strength to endure, you are creating a spiritual atmosphere that is toxic to the forces of darkness. Gratitude is the fire that consumes the spirit of lack. I want you to make it a holy habit. Find 3 specific blessings every single day and name them before my throne. This practice will recalibrate your soul to the frequency of miracles, making it impossible for the enemy to anchor you in depression or anxiety. Alongside this gratitude, I am breathing my wisdom into your spirit. For a blessing without wisdom is a burden you cannot carry. You are entering a season where many will be drawn to your light, some to bask in it, and others to try and steal it. I am giving you a sharp, divine discernment that will allow you to see past the smiles and the flattering words of those who approach you. Do not be in a hurry to sign contracts, to enter into partnerships, or to give your heart to those who haven't been tested in the fire of my presence. I am teaching you to be as wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. If a door feels heavy, do not force it. It may be my hand holding it shut to protect you. If a person feels like a drain on your spirit, do not feel guilty for withdrawing to the secret place. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are a steward of my glory. Wisdom will tell you when to say no, so that your yes can carry the weight of my authority. Stop trying to please everyone and focus on being in alignment with me. Your gratitude will sustain your joy, and my wisdom will preserve your peace. Remember, my chosen one, that the treasures of this new season require a new way of walking. You cannot navigate the palace with the habits of the wilderness. I am inviting you to stop reacting to the world and start responding to my spirit. When pressure comes, let your first response be a shout of thanks, and your second be a request for my perspective. I have given you the mind of Christ, a mind that sees through the illusions of the physical realm into the eternal truth of my promises. Do not return to the people who trampled your heart, and do not entertain the thoughts that tell you that you are unworthy of this elevation. I have called you to be the head and not the tail, to be above and not beneath. As you put on these weapons of gratitude and wisdom, you become a fortress that cannot be shaken. The journey ahead is paved with my favor, but it is navigated by your obedience to my voice. Stay close to me, listen for my whispers, and watch as I lead you into a level of prosperity and purpose that you once thought was only meant for others. You are ready. Close your eyes now, my beloved, and enter into the Holy of Holies with me. This is the moment where your spirit aligns with my throne, and the words spoken here shall be recorded in the halls of eternity. In the name of the supreme power that spoke the galaxies into existence, I declare over your life that the cycle of sorrow is broken this very second. I speak to every mountain of debt, every valley of depression, and every desert of loneliness, and I command them to be leveled by the glory of my presence. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I am rewriting the end of your story with the golden ink of favor. I declare that every chain that has bound your feet is melting like wax before the fire. I declare that every cloud of confusion that has hovered over your mind is being scattered by the wind of my spirit. You are no longer a captive to your past. You are a pioneer of your future. I am placing a seal of divine protection upon your forehead, and I command the darkness to pass over your house. No plague shall come near your dwelling, and no weapon formed against you shall even reach its mark. You are covered by the blood, hidden in the hollow of my hand, and surrounded by a fortress of fire that no enemy can penetrate. I speak to the dry bones of your dreams, and I command them to live. I breathe the breath of life into your bank account, into your weary body, and into your broken relationships. I declare that for every year of shame, you shall have 10 years of honor. For every tear you shed in the dark, I am releasing a river of joy that will overflow your banks. I am the Lion of Judah, and I roar over your household, scattering every spirit of fear and every frequency of failure. I command the gates of brass to break and the bars of iron to be cut asunder. I am opening doors for you that no man can shut, and I am shutting doors that would have led to your destruction. I declare that you are walking in a new authority, where your words carry the weight of my kingdom. When you speak, the atmosphere must change. When you pray, the heavens must respond. I am activating the dormant gifts within you, the creativity you thought was lost, and the passion that the world tried to extinguish. You are rising not by your own might, but by the power of the living God that dwells within you. This is the prayer of activation, the moment where your agreement seals the prophecy. Do not stay silent in the presence of your King. If you believe that I am breaking your chains right now, if you believe that the old season has passed and the new has come, do not remain a bystander. Type "breakthrough is mine" in the comments right now to claim this reality. Let the vibrations of your faith echo through the spiritual realm. By typing these words, you are putting your signature on the decree of heaven. You are telling the enemy that his time of legal access to your life is over. Seal this prayer in your heart and let it resonate in your spirit throughout the day. I am the God who does not lie, and my word does not return to me void. It is already done in the heavens, and now it is becoming your physical reality. Breathe in the victory. Breathe out the struggle. The seal is set, the fire is lit, and the path is clear. You are the head, never the tail. You are the victor, never the victim. The air around you is vibrating with the frequency of a new beginning, and the silence that follows. My voice is not an absence, but a presence, the presence of a promise about to be fulfilled. My child, the time for merely listening has ended, and the hour of manifestation has arrived. I have spoken to your heart, I have touched your wounds, and I have rearranged the very stars to align with your destiny. But do not think this is the end of our conversation. It is only the beginning of our walk together in the light of day. I am placing my finger on the calendar of your life and marking this very moment as the great divide, the point where your before ends and your after begins. You are stepping out of this sacred space not as the person who entered it, but as a vessel overflowing with my authority and grace. The weight of the world that you carried in has been replaced by the weight of the glory you will carry out. Every step you take from this moment forward will be on ground that I have already sanctified for your victory. Now listen with absolute focus, for I am giving you a final command and a sign to watch for. In the next 24 hours, I will send a signal, a whisper, a name, a number, or a sudden peace that surpasses all understanding to confirm that the shift has occurred. Do not look for it with the eyes of logic, but feel for it with the heart of faith. When you see it, you will know that the King has moved. But you must not be a reservoir that only collects my blessings. You must be a vessel that carries my light to others. I command you to take this message and share it with 3 people who are currently wandering in the dark, lost in their own storms. By sharing this, you are not just sending a video. You are extending my hand to those who have lost hope. As you act as a channel for my love, I will ensure that the flow of provision in your own life never runs dry. Your generosity of spirit will be the key that keeps your own doors unlocked. Seal this prophecy now and forever, so that the enemy cannot steal the seeds I have planted in your soul. Do not stay silent. I want you to type, "I accept God's command," or 777, into the comments right now, to lock this blessing into your physical reality. Let your words be the anchor that holds this miracle in place. Type Amen, or "It is done," to signal to the entire spiritual realm that you have received your restoration and that you are standing in the authority of the Chosen One. By doing this, you are closing the door on your past and stepping firmly through the open door of your future. You are declaring to the heavens and the earth that you belong to me and that my promises are your inheritance. Finally, my precious one, do not walk away from this sanctuary and return to your old ways of worry. I am inviting you to join this family of believers permanently. Like this video and subscribe to this channel right now as your final act of commitment to this journey. By joining this circle, you are ensuring that my voice remains the loudest sound in your life, drowning out the whispers of the world. I still have so many mysteries to reveal to you, so many mountains to move, and so many blessings to pour out. This door is open, and I am standing there, waiting for you to walk through it with me. Do not be afraid, for I am the Lord your God, and I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. Go now and walk in your miracle. It is finished. It is settled. It is yours.